Right, what is going on, Bills Mafia? It's a great day. It's a great day. Um, Last night we swept the Patriots, just embarrassed them, national television on Monday Night Football, and man, it's been a long time coming. Let's be honest. I mean, I'm 28, going on 29. Since I've had memories, the Bills have been not great. It's been rough. Uh, whenever I used to tell people that I was a Bills fan, they would say, "Man, I'm sorry," and it just feels like a little bit of vindication for 20 plus years of fandom where we've just struggled. To see us on top of the AFC East, see us embarrass Bill Belichick and the Patriots on Monday Night Football. I'm on cloud nine right now. I don't even know what else to tell you. It's fucking awesome. Listen, the offense was phenomenal. Allen had a 75% completion rating, 320 yards, 4 touchdowns, a couple of, 35 yards on the ground, and just looked phenomenal. I mean, he was just standing back in that pocket, O-line giving him just solid protection, and he was just slinging it. And you know who he was slinging it to? Stephon Diggs. 9 receptions, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns. Could have had a fourth, but instead, Josh Allen decided to give it to old blocking tight end Lee Smith. And the offense was just clicking yesterday. I mean, that's the only way to say it. They were on fire. Josh throwing the ball wherever he threw it, getting caught, touchdowns. And Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, great days yesterday. Ran the ball pretty well. I mean, could have been better, but for the most part, we threw the ball a lot. So we are a pass first team now, which is crazy to think about, Bills fan, that we are a pass first team. But listen, the run game's getting started. We had 130 rushing yards. That's with Josh Allen's rushing as well, which at this point, I mean, he's part of our rushing game. So his yards count. And so 135 yards on the ground, 344 through the air. Listen, that's good. 31 first downs, 39 minutes, 41 seconds time of possession. Our offense was just humming. I mean, just dismantled the Bill Belichick defense. And it was so sweet. So sweet. J.C. Jackson got in Stephon Diggs' face. He said, "Don't try me." Stephon said, "Relax, bud." And then went on to torch him for the rest of the game. All game. And you can't put J.C. Jackson on an island with Stephon Diggs for 60 minutes. It's not going to work. Cole Beasley had a little bit of a quiet night, but, Gabe Davis looked pretty good. Isaiah McKenzie looked pretty good. Stephon Diggs looked phenomenal. Allen to Diggs, that connection is just, it's unmatched right now. Closest thing you have to that is Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. And if I asked you 3 years ago, if you thought that I was going to describe a Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs connection like Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, you'd call me crazy. But here it is. I mean, their connection is unrivaled. And I think that they are such good friends on and off the field. I think that they just click. And it's phenomenal to watch. I mean, Josh Allen rolled off to his left. Diggs coming across the back of the end zone. Josh Allen righting his hips while being chased by defensive linemen to make that throw was glorious. And then to top it off with Stephon getting his hips underneath that ball, getting underneath it, catching it, not letting it touch the ground for that touchdown was just poetry. I don't know. There's no other way to describe it. It was amazing. Deion Dawkins was quoted after the game saying, "We are no one's little brother. You're going to have to circle us on your schedule." This team is young. This team is hungry, and this team wants to compete. Okay, so that was a pride game, and they swept the Patriots, and they could have hung 50 plus on the Patriots. I mean, they had to sit Allen and Diggs down and be like, "All right, guys, it's enough. They're already dead." Okay. Guys, it felt great. I mean, watching that game was awesome. The offense played out of their minds. And listen, I could talk about the offense for an hour and a half, and I'm not going to do that. But they just look so good. Offensive line, wide receiver, running backs, Josh Allen. I mean, clicking on every cylinder, and they are just on fire right now. And it is great to see them have this momentum, bringing this into the final stretch of the season, into the fucking playoffs, and I am here for it. Okay, this offense is the best offense that the Buffalo Bills have ever had, bar none. Just is. I mean, Diggs and Allen breaking molds and Jim Kelly's records. It's amazing. I will say a couple down spots though. Dawson Knox is dropping the end zone, and Tywan Jones dropping the end zone. Dawson Knox seems to make the hard catches reliably and drop the easy catches, and it's just very confusing to me. I think he needs to clean that up before he is our number one tight end for sure. But I really think that we need to get someone else into the room to get that competition going, because he needs to fix those hands, and he needs to fix them. Tywan Jones, obviously, I can't blame him too much. They brought him into the game, but he did drop a record when he dropped that ball, not just a touchdown, which is upsetting. So, still next week, we'll see if Josh Allen can hit someone else for that number 14 and break that record. So we'll see. But yeah, offense played out of their minds. I mean, they're on fire right now. That's it. Allen to Diggs is seemingly unstoppable, and let's hope it carries on. Alrighty, moving into the defense. Listen, defense played. I mean, for the most part, they played amazing. That one Cam Newton touchdown run was a little bit upsetting to see. But listen, the Patriots had 56 passing yards and 145 rushing yards. They couldn't do anything. They had 11 first downs, 20 minutes time of possession. Cam Newton was 5 for 10, 34 passing yards. He went 4 for 24 rushing with a touchdown. Jared Stidham came in 4 for 11, 44 yards passing. Listen, Patriots don't have a quarterback right now. Our defense, they stood up and they stopped the run. 145 rushing yards seems like a lot, but honestly, they ran the ball all game. They threw the ball 21 times between two quarterbacks. They ran the ball down by 30 points. Like, they had 145 yard rushing and 56 passing. I'll give the defense a pass on that. They looked good stopping the run. Matt Milano all over the place. 8 tackles, 1 sack. Matt Milano was definitely the MVP of the defense last night. He just looked absolutely phenomenal, and he just flies around. He's just always by the football. I mean, him and Tremaine Edmonds are just a phenomenal linebackers. They just are. They need Matt Milano. He needs to get paid. I mean, he missed a couple of games this year, and our defense is just not the same without him there. It's just not. I mean, Matt Milano is a core part of our defense, and I think we need to pay the man. Just pay him. That's it. It's super simple. Matt Milano is one of the best players on our defense. And Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds give the defensive linemen the ability to play a little bit more reckless, for lack of a better word. I mean, they play a little bit more free, knowing that Edmonds and Milano are back there, which is why Ed Oliver is just blasting through the line. You know, Jerry Hughes is screaming off the edge. Epenesa's getting back there, showing flashes of what we thought he could be when we drafted him, when he fell to us in the second round. Defense is playing great. Perfect time for them to start playing great too. So they will bring this momentum into the playoffs as well. Our offense, our defense, they are just clicking, and I could not be coming at a better time. I just couldn't. And you know, part of me wants to like reel it in a little bit, because Patriots offense is just, it's so bad. It's so bad. But listen, they played great. You know, great teams beat bad teams like they're supposed to. And that's what we did yesterday on offense, defense, and obviously special team. I mean, Andre Roberts had a huge return, 49 yards, set us up with a great field position. Boho, I mean, Corey Bojorquez is a great punter. I know he's shown flashes of inconsistency in the past, has a couple of wayward punts here and there. But this dude can just just he blasts that football. I mean, he is just booms it down the field. It is great to watch. I am a huge Corey Bojorquez fan. Tyler Bass, I mean, he has just become the picture of consistency. Watching Nick Folk miss that kick in our game, Younghoe Koo, watching kickers miss kicks and knowing that when Bass comes out there, and I don't care if it's 50 plus, like when Bass comes out on the field, like I'm like, oh, these are points. Whereas in the beginning of the year, I was a little bit like, we should just go for it. But he has become the picture of consistency, and I am a big Tyler Bass fan. Andre Roberts was amazing, and let's not forget the fake punt, the unnecessary, what seemed like a slap in the face. I never thought we were in danger of losing that game, not for a second. I've watched Bills Patriots games for 20 plus years, and I have never felt so comfortable and so certain that the Bills were going to come out. Never. At no point during that game was I like, oh no, what's happening? It's 10-9. I was like, okay, I don't care. But the fake punt, just to that was like a flex by our team and our coaching staff that said, yeah, we're gonna beat you, and we're gonna just beat you on every phase of the ball. And it starts right. You're gonna try to fake us out with a punt block, and we're just gonna pass the ball, do a fake punt. Like you're not gonna sit here and you're not gonna outcoach us. We have a better team than you. We have more talent on the roster, and I want to show you that you can't win this game through coaching. And I was there for it. It was perfectly played. They clearly watched that on film. They clearly watched Bill Belichick stack that box to give a fake punt block look before the Gunners kind of spread out, got into their position. But they watched that and they said, if they come out and do this, you snap that ball and you throw that ball over top. And it was awesome. I loved it. Loved every second. So the Patriots, I mean, we could have hung 50 on them last night. Our offense is clicking. Our defense was not letting them do anything. And our special teams showed up when they got the chance. I mean, there weren't a ton of returns. There weren't a ton of punts. So, listen, Corey Bojorquez, Tyler Bass, Andre Roberts make up that core of our special teams. And they're great. Andre Roberts has had two muffs this year, which are bad, but I'll take his explosive plays off of those two muffs for the course of an entire season. AC's champions. We swept the Pats, we swept the Jets. Play the Dolphins next week. I'm not sure how the coaching staff is going to play. I don't know who they're going to rest. If they're going to rest anybody, if they're going to do snap counts for some of the guys, or what the plan is. I really would like to not sit everybody for a whole game. I'd like to carry some of this momentum over into the playoffs, into the wild card weekend. But I would like to see them get a little bit of rest, probably keep them on some snap counts, especially because the Steelers are playing Mason Rudolph this week against the Browns. So it seems like they've given up, and they're just going to take a bye week for Big Ben and their star players because, second or third seed, the AFC is so wild right now. Like, it almost doesn't matter seeding wise. There's no bye. You're really fighting for the home field advantage for as long as you can get it. But your opponent is so up in the air right now with how crazy the seeding is that you can't predict who you're going to play either way. So I want the Bills to get second seed. Just like how we might get second seed, and we don't get a bye in the first year. That there's no bye for the second seed, but I want these teams. I want as many teams as possible to come through Buffalo to Orchard Park, play in the cold weather, in the snow. I want as many teams there as we can. Obviously, right now it looks like we're gonna have to play in Kansas City, unless there's some kind of crazy fall from grace for Kansas City, who has been looking honestly a little bit more human lately. They have showed some cracks in that armor that they wear. So we will see. But we have a big matchup against the Dolphins. I would like to see, like I said, some snap counts, a little bit of rest. I don't want to see people getting hurt. Cole Beasley got hurt last night. Didn't seem too serious, but that's not what we need right now. We need John Brown back. We need Cole Beasley healthy. We need Stephon Diggs healthy. I mean, just imagine with John Brown back in this lineup, how explosive our offense is going to be. Especially with the ability to rotate in Gabriel Davis and Isaiah McKenzie, who just looked fast last night. Looked like he was playing loose and having fun. And that's what I think I liked the most about last night was the team looked like they were having a good time beating the Patriots out. I was there for it. I mean, it's been, a lot of these guys haven't been here for so long that they know how awful it's been. But like, some of them do. And everyone knows the history. So like Hyde was pumped for it. Jordan Poyer pumped for it. But Jerry Hughes was just eating it up. I mean, we run all three phases of the ball, and we are the best team in the AFC East right now. And I'm so excited to watch this team win a lot of playoff games. And honestly, Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Conference Championship game is going to be a better game than the Super Bowl. I can't wait to watch these two teams match up against each other. I am just so excited to watch that game. And our defense is stepping up at the right time. Our offense is on fire. And right now, I don't think there's a team that can compete with us. There's not a team that wants to play us right now. I can guarantee you that. Not a team that wants to play us. And yeah, I mean, Bills fans, enjoy it. Bills Mafia, it's been such a long time coming. Enjoy this. Take it in. And I know I've noticed as fans, we've gotten into the Sean McDermott habit of, all right, well, next week, Dolphins, focused on. We have almost not enjoyed each win as much. I know I haven't. I know I've just been doing the looking on to next week. Like, hey, we got a week 17 game to win. We want to be 13-3 going to the playoffs. Then we'll look at that wild card game. Once we get that, we'll be a 2-seeded AFC East champions, and I'm going to be like, we playing in the wild card. It's on it next week, And it's been a while since we've just been good, and it's been never since we were this good. So enjoy it while it lasts, because it's going to last for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a Happy New Year. And most of all, I hope you enjoyed the absolute ass whooping that we just handed the Patriots on national television last night. All right, guys, you stay safe. I'll see you soon.